Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy to be here with you. It's a great enjoyment and a privilege to be in your presence and to share with you my insights and lessons and inspirations of a lifetime that's traversed over 83 years, almost 84 years now. And I've been licensed in the state of California to practice clinical psychology since 1974. Been in the profession for over 50 years. So I like to say to people, I finally know what I'm doing. That's the good news. My intention in presenting this to you is to uplift you and your loved ones for the rest of your lives. That's truly my intention. The title of today's presentation is, Why Do You Worry So Much? Why do you worry so much? I want to dedicate this to Hugh Fraser, who came up with the title. And so this is dedicated to you, Hugh. I have people who tell me, I see many beautiful, wonderful human beings in my practice as a psychologist. Wonderful. Wonderful humans, wonderful people. I call them my people. Many people say to me, I've worried all my life. So it was, if not one thing, it was another. It was just a style. Worrying was a lifestyle. Some moderately worried, but I have many people who say I'm severely worried. So if it's not one thing, it was another. And I've been told in one study that 90% of what people worry is going to happen never happens. So it's really a waste. But nonetheless, you really can't help it. And I'm not going to tell you, oh, don't worry. Somebody's worried about something, and you tell somebody, and they say, well, don't worry about it. It's like if I say to you, don't think about pink elephants. Don't think about pink elephants. What are you thinking about? Pink elephants, probably. I'm going to show you how to shine a little bit of light into that darkness. Let's look at worry as an inner state of darkness, and how to shine a little light into that to illumine it, and so you're not just totally caught up in it. When you're worried about something, that causes your anxiety. That's known as stress, known as anxiety in terms of clinical terms. And your total reality gets caught up in that definition. Oh, I see with the nature of the universe, this problem, this thing that could happen to me or my loved ones, that's all that exists. As opposed to, no, there's a lot more that exists than whatever you're worried about. So it kind of contracts you into a very narrow perspective of what you're thinking about. And at that time, all the beautiful things in your life, the blessings, the bounties, the love, doesn't have any effect at that moment. Has no effect. It's like it doesn't even exist, because at that moment, the only thing that exists is that worry. So one way to deal with this, and keeping in mind that worrying has to do with a future event. You're anticipating or dreading something's going to happen that you really don't want to have happen. Something painful, some kind of loss upcoming. Now, everybody has some events that's coming up because it's built into life. I mean, our loved ones are going to pass away someday. As that gets closer, we're worried, oh, this person's in the hospital. This person broke a leg. There was a medical issue, a legal issue, or emotional issue, relationship issue. And start worrying about your situation, worrying about theirs. So one way to deal with it is to be in the moment. You take a deep breath in through the nostrils and a long exhale. Looks like this. I am here right now. Enjoy the moment. I'm here now, right now. Enjoy the moment. So if you can get a little glimpse of being here now, that'll give you a little break from the worry. It won't cure it, won't solve it. Give you a little break from it. And that long exhale, and that calms down the sympathetic nervous system, which is fight, flight, and anxiety. Because when you're into a fight, flight mode, that's where anxiety is produced. So you do that long exhale. I'm here now, right now, enjoy the moment. And it's good even if you get out for a walk, 10 minutes a day at least. Being outside expands your perspective. Because anxiety and worry is a constricted perspective. You're constricted into, oh my God, this is all that exists. This is a horrible thing. As opposed to, what is all the rest of that? Now, one light you can shine into that darkness of worry is, I'll be fine. Or, God willing, I'll be fine. Doesn't solve it, but shines a little light into that darkness, which kind of illumines it, keeps you from being totally trapped in it for that moment. Now, in the program we have of the honor therapy, we have an honor code of following the 4 commands of honor in the bridge. And that ties into this very, very strongly. So the 4 commands of honor: I wish you well. I take full responsibility for co-creating my reality and my problems. I'm grateful for the power I gain from hardship. And then one of 2, depends whether you believe in God or not. If you believe in God as I do, it's God, your wish is my only wish. If you don't wish to address God or don't believe, I seek always to serve my highest values. Now, as you want to do this 3 times a day. In fact, you want to take a pledge to yourself. It goes like this, how people raise their hand. As a disciple of honor, I pledge myself all the days of my life to the 4 commands of honor. And I'll teach them to those I love. I'll recite them every morning, afternoon, and evening, and I'll listen to myself recite them. Boom. There you are. Lifetime commitment. So as you make a lifetime commitment to the way of honor, that's going to help you deal with worrying. It's going to help you deal with it. I'm going to show you how. But then you need also what I call a bridge, which optimizes the probability that you're going to apply it in real life situations. So the bridge is this. What's the most honorable thing to think, say, and do? So you want to do that 3 times a day. The whole thing takes 12 seconds. And I tell my patients, when you're not my patient, you're going to be doing this 3 times a day for all your life. When I talk to you and you're 95 years old, I'm not only dealing with you now, what you're going through. I want to help you with that, but I'm looking at your whole lifespan for all of you. So when you're 95 years old and I see you, I want you to be able to tell me, Dr. Nerenberg, I followed the way of honor the rest of my life, and I have no regrets. That's the conversation I want to have with you when you're 95. If I'm not still on this earth, you have it with me from the other side. Do my best to respond to it. So I want to help you now. Also, following the way of honor, we found it increases 26 dimensions in the honor therapy. We had a sample of over 200 people. It increased people's wisdom, resilience, happiness, love, self-confidence, self-esteem. We had increasing how well they dealt with anxiety, depression, panic attacks, pain, energized them, led to greater fitness, more honor, more virtue, closer to God with their spiritual values, healthier. It's a lot. So you get all that benefit, and I want you to have it all your life. Because as soon as you stop using the commands of honor and the bridge, you go away from, you'll lose all those benefits. There's 26. I've talked about it in some of my studies, some of my presentations about the studies that have been done. So let's go deeper in. When you have a fear of the future, some particular event, you can worry about it. So I'm going to use myself as an example how I dealt with something. One of my doctors found a lump on my prostate gland. He said, well, you better check it out, make sure it's not prostate cancer. And it was in my mind, well, maybe it's cancer. I honestly didn't worry about it. I really didn't. I'm going to tell you how I dealt with that. God, your wish is my only wish. So that means you got to face the worst outcome. It's cancer. That's the worst outcome. When they took a biopsy, when I was going to find out it could be cancer. So I had to face that. So I said, God, if you want me to have this cancer or even die from it, that's exactly what I want. I want to have the cancer. I really do. I wasn't just saying, I really wanted that cancer. I said, God, but if you want me to serve you here and be cancer-free, then I want to be cancer-free and serve you here. And Lord, if you have no preference, I prefer it's not cancer, so I'll serve you here. People were shocked how calm I was. You have to be able to embrace the thing you're afraid of. So that takes us to command of honor. I'm grateful for the power I gained from hardship. You have to know that you're going to get stronger from it, wiser, more compassion for others. You have to be well versed. I was so well versed in that when I went and I saw my urologist and he gave me the results, he said, Dr. Nerenberg, you have prostate cancer. Well, my face went numb, about 10 seconds. Then I looked at him. I said, that's great. He said, what? I couldn't believe his ears. I said, that's great. He said, this prostate cancer will make me stronger spiritually, emotionally, and physically. I'm sure he never forgot. I never forgot that I said it. I'm sure he never forgot that he heard it. And it happened right away. As soon as I stepped outside, the sky, the birds, the trees, it's like I never saw it before. It was so beautiful. I didn't know how long I was going to be here. People were walking by. By definition, you say we were strangers, we never met. But to me, they were my family. I just wanted to go and talk to them. But I knew they saw me as a stranger, but I didn't feel that way. Some veil lifted between me and other people. What an amazing feeling that was. Amazing. So people were shocked how calm I was after that. So, well, that's cancer. If God wants that, I want it to be cancer. I really do. And if it doesn't want it, then I don't want it. If he has no preference, I prefer it not. Well, it turns out it is. That's great. And I should mention, parenthetically, that at the time I had the prostate cancer, I was 65 years old, and I took the title strongest drug-free man in the world for my age and weight. So drug-free, no wraps, no scraps, no bench press shirt, did 365 pounds. It was a world record for my age and weight, drug-free. And I had some other world records happening soon after that, like the power pull-up. I did a pull-up when I was 70 with 140 pounds hanging from a chain belt. Another world record. I had other ones as well. So I did become stronger in every way. And I could tell you so many stories in my own life and other people's lives. I've got them on other videos, but just to give you an idea. You want to also, one derivative of what I call the warrior's command of honor. The warrior's command of honor is, I'm grateful for the power I gained from hardship. There's two derivatives. One is, I hope to come back much stronger than ever. And the other is, what's the best true story I can tell myself about this problem? So once you say, what's the best true story I can tell myself about this problem? As I look at what I was going through, it gave me, right away, I saw the beauty around me. That was the best true story. I had that prostate cancer. If you would have said to me within 20 minutes, I saw life like I'd never seen it before, I would say, well, the best true story I can tell you about this is I see the beauty like I've never seen it before. I feel more alive than I've ever felt. So I didn't know how long I'd be here. And I felt so much love for everybody. So to feel that love, that's the best true story. It was very quick. The results were quick to get that. So whenever you have a bad story about something going on or something that could happen in the future, you have to face it, then ask what's the best true story I can tell myself about if that outcome does happen. You definitely want to deal with whatever you're worried about in an honorable fashion. You want to deal with it honorably. Very important. That's what the whole program's about. You know, the Chinese have this concept of qi. You can grab the qi from the plants, you bring it into yourself. That you bring it in, you bring that energy into your body. I've expanded that so you can get qi from your own inner emotional state. So if you have a worry, a fear, you just look at that worry in your mind's eye and you say, with all due respect, I humbly ask for you, to, almighty worry, you have tremendous power over me. I ask for you to empower me to transcend your grip so that I might live more abundantly, so I might love more abundantly. I thank you for this gift. So you can speak. This is something I've used, and it's not for everybody, but it's something that you can use. So you're asking that worry for its power to empower you, because there's a lot of energy in that. Oh, a lot of energy in your worry. Just really tight in there. You want to see if you can harness that. You're humbly asking for it, for the power to help you transcend that state of consciousness into states of greater service, states of greater gratitude, states of greater love. And then thank you. I thank you for this gift. You could say that straight that way, or thank them in the name of God, or in the name of Jesus, or however you want to thank them in whatever name you want to use, or not use any name. You can also say another derivative of the Warrior's Command of Honor, I hope to come back much stronger than ever. Or you can say, I hope to come back much stronger than ever, God willing. So when you're in that worry, say, I hope to come back much stronger than ever. It's one of the things. Or, I'll be fine, God willing. I'll be fine. So shining light into that, and it is the hope. You do hope to come back much stronger than ever from it, and you will. Definitely, you can come back with more wisdom, more compassion for others going through it. So the gain is right there. These are very powerful ways of dealing with worry. So I'll be 84 in less than 2 months. So I'm giving you what I have found that works for my people, what works for me, and it's certainly not my final word. In 10 years from now, I'll probably have something more to say. But this will take you very far, very far. That I know. It's my pleasure to present to you, why do you worry so much? And I'm going to turn it over to our lovely audience. Your speaking up helps everybody hear as much or more than what I have to say. So any comment, any question you have, I know some of you even feel shy about things. Just speak up anyway. You don't have to put the camera on yourself when you're speaking. But let's hear from you, whatever comment or question that you have.
This is Dominic. Hi,
Dominic, good to hear from you, Dominic.
Yes, yeah, I've been with you for about 3 weeks now, and I just, I've been benefiting from here. I just, this discussion right here, I loved how you were talking about worry, because that's a big issue I deal with, and just how you just don't try to put it in the back, address it. Just, I love that, and just thank you for putting it into perspective for me. I really do appreciate that.
Dominic, it's my pleasure to know you and to hear your lovely feedback. And yeah, you have to have the courage to face it and say, if this happens, I'll become stronger from it. It's going to increase my wisdom, my compassion. And believe in God. You say, God, if you want it to happen, I want it to happen. But you got to look at it. That takes its strength. That takes its power away from you. Otherwise, it's going to scare you. It's going to scare you. You got to face it. You got to say, if it happens, I'll deal with it this way. I'll get stronger. If it's God's will, I'm good with it. Whatever different ways I've given you. Exactly. Very good, Dominic. Thank you. So he was saying that 10% of the time the worry does happen, because 90% what you worry about doesn't happen, but 10% of the time it does. That just kind of reinforces that the worry is very real, because from 10% of the time it is real. It will really happen.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Good point, Hugh. Yes, Joanna.
You're amazing. You are amazing.
Well,
thank you so much for
I'll be honest with you, the Holy Spirit is amazing. I just follow the promptings of the Spirit, and Hugh had suggested the title. So I'm just the messenger of these promptings. But thank you for that. Thank you so much, Joanna. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, Dr. Nerenberg, it's Christopher Coletti. How are you?
Hello, Christopher. Always good to hear from you, Christopher.
Thank you. I just wanted to state that everyone has their own threshold for fear. Mine's very high. I've been a workaholic my whole life. I'm not working now, and I'm working on my recovery thanks to you and your program. I hope someday that I will be able to function without worrying, but I guess it'll just take time. But I appreciate everybody's comments, and if anyone has anything that they can relate to this, I'd like to hear it. Thank you all.
You're most welcome. Listen, here's the thing. I'm saying this is the way to deal with it when it arises, how to shine a little bit of light into that darkness. So I'm not saying I'm going to cure you of your worrying. I'm saying what I can help you with is to see the perspective, to illuminate it, to face it, and to find honorable ways to deal with it. That's doable. In terms of curing you so you never worry, I wouldn't make that claim. Yeah. I'm not that egotistical to think I can do that or help somebody do that. Yeah. But as you master these methods, you will worry less and less. Yeah, I can tell you that. Good point.
That's good. Hopefully there'll be recovery.
Oh yeah, you'll be. Let's not use the word recovery. Let's use the word. It'll become illuminated. You worry, your darkness from worry will become illuminated, and your perspective won't be so constricted. These are ways to expand your perspective and not be as trapped in the worry. Any normal person will worry about certain things, but you expand beyond it. This is doable. The thing I'm telling you is doable, 100% doable. And as you keep doing this, you'll worry less and less. I don't worry about much. I'm sure certain things could get me worrying, but I don't worry about much. And so I see what it does for me, and I see what I'm doing for my people, wonderful people that we see. Who else? Thank you. Who else has something you want to ask or say?
Dr. Nerenberg, this is Reginald.
Reginald! There you go, Reginald. Good to hear from you.
Yes. Well, I just want to thank you for the encouragement and the enlightenment, because I'm one of the ones that you probably was higher on the threshold with worrying. And for me, it's just toxic. It puts me in a bad place. And when I think about it, you're absolutely right. A lot of stuff that I worry about doesn't really come to fruition because I eventually get it and address the problem. But the first initial stage, it's just terrible. It's a bad place to be. And I'm going to try to practice what you're telling me so I can not be in that place.
Well, this will help you enormously. But one thing worrying tells you, it tells you that you're a person who cares deeply about life. You're concerned, all the things you worry about, this, I care so much, I'm worried. I care about this, I worry. I care about that, I worry. The other way of going, I'll tell you a little secret about it. Instead of using the word worry, say, I'm concerned about this. I have a concern. The concern, that word has in it a healthier tone than saying I'm worried about it. A much healthier tone. In fact, I never use the word worry for myself. I might say I'm very concerned about something. And when you use that word, you have a better affect that goes with it. It really does. Words matter. And words control your own emotional state. I'm concerned about this. I'm somebody very concerned about this and that and the other thing. It's much healthier than say I worry about it. You're most welcome, Reginald. It's always great to hear from you, brother. Always. Yeah.
Dr. Nerenberg?
Yes.
Hi, this is Gisela.
Gisela.
As we're talking about this great topic, it just reminds me that external factors can make us doubt ourselves. And it's a good reminder of always keep strong-headed and always believe in ourselves and our potential and what we can produce. And another thing that comes up to mind when we're having this discussion is that song, Don't Worry, Be Happy.
Oh, so don't worry, be happy. When you hear that song, you get a little happy, Certainly music, getting outdoors. A lot of things can help. The deep breathing. But let's take what you said about being strong. Being strong means you face that demon that you face it. Whatever that darkness is, whatever that thing is, you face it. That's being strong. Now, pretending it's not there, that's not strength. That's avoidance. That's here. This could happen to me, and if that's meant to be or God wishes I want it to happen, I know good ultimately will come of it. That's being strong. But being strong does not mean pretending to yourself it's not there. It's the wrong concept of being strong. So I'm so glad you brought up being strong, because that's a very important term. Excellent, Giselle. Thank you for bringing that up.
Don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy. That makes you smile. If you smile, you can't be too worried. That does make me smile just even hearing and remembering that song. Yeah. Yes, Hugh.
Do you think worrying sometimes is a lack of gratitude?
Yeah, a lot of times when you're worrying, he's thinking is it a lack of gratitude. It certainly reduces your gratitude, because when you're getting into that, if you're really constricted and consumed with it, you're not grateful. Well, you have this finger, this finger, this finger, that finger, this eye, your kidneys are working, your gallbladder's working, your heart's working, your brain's working. There's an infinite number of things you could be grateful for. And that's another thing. You could start saying the things you're grateful for, because when you're constricted that way, it cuts down your ability to see beauty, to feel love, and to feel gratitude. So it's good to remind yourself of who you love, what you're grateful for, so you're not totally consumed in it. Very good point, as always, Hugh. Thank you. Excellent.
It's excellent.
Yes.
Mm.
Excellent. He not only came up with the title, it made so many excellent points. So who else has anything you'd like to add or say or make a comment?
Hi, Doctor.
Hi.
This is Triana Prince.
Oh, Triana, very good to hear from you.
Yeah, just wanted to just touch bases with this subject. Really resonates with me because I'm a single mom and I worry so much. But with me doing the things that you've, encouraged me to do, has been helping me to get better and just have faith in myself and what I'm capable of, and just even like walking and exercising and doing all of that helps me with my mindset too.
That's a fact. It's proven that exercise can reduce anxiety and depression, help with self-esteem, and help with insomnia. But it's normal to worry about our children suffering. That's normal. And the way to deal with that is be happy when they suffer. Makes them stronger. You can give them the guidance. Yeah, this is what life is. It's good for our children to suffer. Be happy for them. Oh, you're hurt. You just hurt you. That's okay, sweetheart. It's going to make you stronger. You're going to come back stronger. You're going to find a lot of benefits come out of this. It's a time to educate them. So don't worry about their suffering, getting hurt, feelings hurt, or whatever. You help them work with it in a constructive way where they learn how to deal with it in an honorable fashion. Every time you suffer or they suffer, it's an opportunity for greater growth using the honor principles that I've been teaching you.
Thank you so much.
That'll cut down some of your honor. I have 7 children, so I know from personal experience as well as helping many people.
Okay.
Thank you for bringing that up. That's a big one.
You're amazing.
Dr. Nerenberg,
yes.
As we're going through these conversations, I keep thinking to myself, honor yourself first and stay strong. It's just resonates with having all this conversation with you. So thank you.
You're most welcome. Now, to honor yourself means to live by the code of honor that I'm telling you about. You're most welcome using the 4 commands of honor, the bridge. That's honoring yourself. That's loving yourself. True self-love is to live with honor, because that cuts down the bad karma, the bad consequence. That's real self-love. Yeah, and that's staying strong because you're strong to your principles. That's strength. That's power. Very, very powerful. And it will lead to a life of no regret, a life of more wisdom, more compassion, and a life of no regret. That's a fact.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Anybody else have anything? We've had so many wonderful comments.
Doctor.
You're most welcome. Most welcome. Anybody have anything else you want to ask or say? Yeah, Hugh, who has a comment.
Even though you're not dealing with worry now, what in your life has been your biggest worry?
Yeah, you can look at, you talk about me or just in general?
Just you.
Biggest worry? You know, it's been a while since I've really worried because he's asking what has been my biggest worry. You know, I've had a lot of stressors and setbacks and failures. I was always one to step up and just address what I'm dealing with. And I've dealt with legal issues. I've dealt with relationship issues. I guess one worry or something that's very concerning, especially when I was younger, the idea of being alone all your life. Wandering the earth alone, that seemed crushing. Quite that kind of crushing loneliness. I wouldn't say I worried about it, but it was something that I really didn't want to see happen. So I would say that, and that's why I'm so compassionate towards world loneliness. We have a whole program in the Honor Movement to deal with world loneliness because it made me more compassionate to other people's loneliness. I haven't been lonely in a long time, but I haven't forgotten what it's like. I haven't forgotten what it's like.
You've been the best. You've been the best.
Thank you so much for that. Thank
you.
Thank you. Yeah. But thanks for that question, Hugh. Anybody else have anything you want to ask or say?
Hi, Dr. Nerenberg. This is Erica.
Erica, good to hear from you, Erica.
Hi. So I guess maybe just kind of looking for some guidance. I'm not quite sure how to phrase my question, so I'll do my best. But basically, like with my fear-based thoughts or my worry, how do you deal with that when you are becoming conflict avoidant and I guess also trying to boundary set, because I feel like I'm having this triangle of things that are happening and I'm in a rut in kind of moving past it, trying to work in one of the, like one seems counterintuitive to the other.
Well, when you set boundaries, you have to realize it's not only to protect yourself and yourself emotionally. When you set a boundary, it's a loving thing to do because you're protecting the relationship. You're saying, I care about the relationship, so I need this boundary to protect it. I don't want to end up resenting you. So just remember, boundaries, when looked at that way through the lens of honor, is love. It helps preserve the relationship. So that helps with setting boundaries. That helps with boundaries. The other dimensions, I wasn't, so that's one aspect that I can say right off. Repeat some of the rest of that. There's a couple of issues in there.
Yeah, so for me, I'll have a tendency to kind of like worry, overthink a situation, and then feel like I want to set a boundary maybe that is geared towards that so I can begin to move past it, but then I become conflict and I become avoidant altogether.
The thing is, you've got to face the worst possible outcome, what you're worried about. You're afraid this could happen in a relationship. Maybe you'll lose the person or maybe have a financial, emotional harm. You got to face what if that happens. Say, this person could leave my life. I may lose them, or it may cost me money because I have some financial dealings. And you have to face that and say, that sense of loss. Usually that's to do with loss, fear of loss. If I lose that, I'll be fine. Or God willing, I'll be fine. And I wish him well. If he does that, I wish him well. I'm going to come out, I hope to come out of this stronger than ever, whichever way it goes. What's the best truth I can tell myself about this situation? Well, if this person cuts off the relationship, it's a big loss for me, but it'll be a relief too. It'll be their loss. It'll be a loss for me, but I'll come back stronger. It's just going to make me stronger. That's my intention, to come back stronger than ever. So you have to have that kind of positive self-talk using the thoughts that I've given you. That will help with it. Those are things that will help tremendously. Good comment. Good comment. Good question, Erica.
I love him.
You're a deep. Anybody else have anything? We've had so many wonderful comments and questions. Anybody else have anything you want to ask or say?
Hi, this is Mercy.
Mercy. So happy to hear from you, Mercy.
Yeah, thank you for such a wonderful speech and for everybody. I resonate. I can identify with most of my colleagues here. Worrying is a big thing. When I first started this journey, my worry was about work. How am I gonna provide for my family? I have family here and family in Africa who depends on me. But I have come to learn to kind of just trust in God and also grow as a person and identify. I need time for myself. I need to rediscover who I am. And someone did say about our song, we have this song, it's in Lion King, that says Hakuna Matata. It means ain't no worries.
Yeah. Well, that makes me smile as well. But trusting in God, a person that believes in God, they can just trust in that, trusting that they'll be able to deal with it. That's perfect. This will, one of the thoughts that I use, it's a derivative of the Warrior's Command of Honor. God, I'm extremely grateful for the gift of trials and tribulations that will bring me closer to you. God, I'm extremely grateful for the gift of trials and tribulations that bring me closer to you. So right in the middle of it.
That's so true. Yeah, when you're going through things is when you have I feel like that's when my relationship with God is much stronger. But when things are going well, as a human being, I'll tend to forget. But it's so true. Tribulations and things make you have a greater relationship with God. So I feel it's a luxury sometimes to have those. You grow.
These trials and tribulations are a gift that bring us to our higher nature, to our divine nature, bring us closer to God, because we'll seek God more. Because when we realize I'm powerless, I just can't deal with this. God, I'm grateful because it's making me more dependent on you. I'm grateful for that. It's powerful, Mercy. Very powerful. Right on.
Thank you.
You're most welcome. Anybody else have any comment or question you'd like to make?
I wanted to share something. I shared this with you before on what I came up with, the acronym of what honor stands for, because I just want to share with the world because I believe it's so true. And I love your teachings. And this actually helps with this topic that we're going through. So honorism stands for H, honorism, which is the study of honor. O is of, and Nerenberg, and O on real life. So honor stands for honorism of Nerenberg on real life. And it just coincides with everything that you're saying right now, because your teachings and your lectures help me so much to stay strong and not doubt myself, even though there's other people that can have negative comments or negative views about yourself. But just knowing and believing in what your potential is in life is what will make you stronger in life, and always honoring the honor code that you showed us.
Well, I'm smiling because years ago, one of our people said, well, he and his friends were in trouble. They say, let's Nerenberg it. So I became a symbol of applying these. So let's Nerenberg it. That just meant they're going to apply this to the situation. And he said, just saying that would help them. Of course, it's not really from me. I'm simply the spokesperson for it. But I understand you're using my name for that. Is I understand that. Does not inflate my ego, fortunately, because I know where the knowledge came from. Thank you for that. That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
It's a good one.
Anybody else? Thank you. Anybody else have anything?
I came up with it, Doctor, because you really inspire me to just do better and not let myself get taken away by all the negative comments that outsiders can do to you.
Now, when you're 95 and I have the privilege of talking to you, what are you going to tell me about what the effect this had?
You're an amazing man.
Well, besides about me, what about you?
You're an amazing man.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you. Well, what I would hope you would say, Dr. Nerenberg, I've walked the way of honor. I'm glad I have, and I have no regrets. That's what I would hope for you.
Doctor, I have no regrets.
Well, there you go. We're doing it now. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking some 40 years from now, 50 years. Yeah. So that's it, because I'm interested in you now, but I'm also interested in you 40 years from now, 50 years from now. That's the real test, because I don't want you to stop saying these commands of honor and the bridge when you're not a patient anymore. It only takes 12 seconds to do your commands of honor and your bridge. You could be driving. You could be putting your lipstick on. You could be weightlifting. You could be taking a shower. You don't have to go anywhere to do it. I do it when I'm backing out of the driveway in the morning. Then when I drive home at night, and I do it in the middle of the day a few times. So you want to keep that up.
I do. I do it 4 times a day, every day.
There you go. And the bridge is very important. In fact, some people like the bridge more than the rest of it, but it all ties together. Excellent, excellent. Well,
you're amazing.
Well, thank you for that. Again,
thank you.
Again, I'm simply a spokesman for the urge impulses that I get from the Spirit. That's it. So the Spirit is amazing, and I'm grateful to be the spokesman of it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doctor.
Doctor.
Yes.
I just wanted to say it was a good meeting today, and how you said to, like, you know, that we have to face our problems, you know. That's,
you got to face the worst alternative.
You got me thinking. And then the lady that just said, like, you know, how only when we have problems we kind of like, you know, talk to God, or like, and it's true. I mean, I don't think she's the, you know, I at least I can speak for myself, you know, like, yes, when I, you know, have problems, yes, I'm closer to God, but then when everything's fine, I mean, I'm still closer to him, but I don't, like, you know, like, talk to him as much as I do when I have, you know, problems. I mean, she's not the only one, so you should. And it was good that, you know, I like that she said Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, I love that sound. I love that sound.
Exactly.
Love it. Yeah.
That's
no,
so
what Mercy
awesome.
brought up is universal for all of us. Universal.
Yeah, so awesome.
Yeah. You see how much you all help each other? When you speak up, you hear from each other. That's a beautiful thing. You're each one of you, when you speak up, are helping the other people. And that's beautiful. What a great community we have.
We do have a great community, Doctor.
And you are an awesome doctor, Dr. Nerenberg.
Thank you.
I say too, you are an awesome doctor, Dr. Nerenberg.
Well, thank you. I became more awesome as I got older. I wasn't always that awesome.
I wish I would have known you. I wish I would have known you when I was younger, because, you know, like, you give so much good advice. I wish I would have used all that when I was younger.
Hey, listen, I wish I could have known all this when I was younger. I learned a lot through a lot of mistakes. So I wish somebody had told me these things. Nobody told me this stuff. Nobody.
He's always been awesome. He has always been awesome. I've known him for 40 fucking years.
Well,
he's always been awesome.
I'm more awesome now, believe me.
You are always awesome.
I'm more of a spokesperson of the Spirit than I was when I was younger. Because I had a lot of my own insecurities going on when I was younger, and I'm past most of them now. So I'm a better spokesman of the promptings of the Spirit now than I was. That's the truth. I'm not doing this out of humility. I'm doing this out of being honest.
I think we all could have used all your advice when we were younger.
I could have used my advice when I was younger.
Yes, we could have. We could have. I know
I could have for sure.
I've known him since I was 18. He's been amazing.
Yeah, I could have used my advice a lot. I wasn't there to advise myself.
I love you, Doctor.
I love you guys. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have anything you want to ask or say? Well, again,
You're awesome.
Well,
You're awesome.
I think I'll put that as the first of my name, the awesome Dr. Nerenberg. Somebody said, "Who are you?" I'm the awesome Dr. Nerenberg.
Yes, you're the awesome Dr. Nerenberg. Yes, you are.
Yeah, that was good.
You are totally awesome.
Dr. Nerenberg,
That's funny. Dr. Nerenberg, the awesome one. Thank you.
Awesome,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Nerenberg.
I'm going to quote you. That's my title now. Okay. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here, and I'm very serious when I say that you're most welcome. And it's been really a privilege and enjoyment and highly meaningful for me to be here with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
It was great to see everybody.
Good night, Doctor.
Good night. Good night.
the sea of destiny is in your deepest struggle. God's will and mine be one, and I wish you well. You are co-creator, respectfully real. There's a way in the valley that turns weakness to steel. We're known through all eternity, from strife we gain power, clothed in grace and love, disciples of honor. All the days of our lives refuse the way of shame. We wish nobody harm, have no one to blame. Your high calling will be done, and pure eyes now glow. In darkness crave the good, like waters from the desert flow. I pledge my love all the days of my life. I pledge my soul to all that is good. I pledge my heart to my brothers and sisters, who I join in the light, leave a legacy of honor. We're known through all eternity, from strife we gain power, clothed in grace and love, disciples of honor. All the days of our lives refuse the way of shame. We wish nobody harm, have no one to blame. Your high calling will be done, and pure eyes now glow. In darkness crave the good, like waters from the desert flow.